best time to sleep.
Damn true.
Okay. So I am Abhinav Ubuntu. My surname is chosen by me, but that is not the part of the presentation today. But we can talk about that topic anytime because I'm here for 3 days. Today the topic is power of community driven with compassion. Let's go to next slide. I will tell you the content of this whole presentation. So a little intro we will do. Then we have a meditation, beautiful meditation. And then we'll talk about stages of humans and the beautiful concept about the circle and some solutions which we all can bring in this world for building the communities and some call to action. Okay, so don't skip any of these. You have to reach here. This is the goal. Okay, everybody, don't leave the room before this. Okay, you can. It's open area. Okay, let's go to next. Who am I? That's not the topic. So you can go to my Instagram, Facebook, or talk to me outside the room. Who am I? But I would love to give me myself a term. I'll explain to you why, but let's go to next. I think, I'm a business person. Anybody here who is a business person? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 2 hands. 6. Hello, welcome. I am a business person. And in next 3 minutes, I'm going to prove everybody in this room is a business person. Because let's go to next. Because the term business looks very complicated. When you hear it, it seems like something very tough somebody is doing. A lot of things, operations, marketing, management, blah, 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 ROI. That's what people think about business. But if you want to understand the term business, you have to come little closer. Okay, I see there's no space for you to get closer. So go to next. Let me bring the word closer to you.
Oh my god.
Yes. Business means busyness.
Business.
What are you busy at?
Everything.
Everybody is busy in something. You are a business person, but your business is what you are busy at. Somebody is busy at Instagram, their business is Instagram. Somebody is busy in taking the slide further. So his business right now is helping.
Taking the slide further.
Helper. Okay. I am right now busy talking to you, and right now you are busy listening. So your business right now is listener. We are always busy in doing something other than sleeping. We are busy in sleeping, but let's call that rest time. But whole day we are busy in something. We are business people, and this is the definition of business, which you may not find on Google, but here, business is. Can you read with me? Business
is the art of
being busy with what truly matters. Isn't it true?
Yeah.
Right? We tell the business person is somebody who is doing something complicated job, but they are doing what truly matters to them. And we are doing what truly matters to me. You are doing what truly matters to you. But why we are in Sadhana Forest? What is the busyness of Sadhana Forest? Why we are here? Let's go to next. Yes, you can guess. What keeps you busy every day? You know. But today, let's go to next. I am here and you are here for compassion. Am I right?
Yes.
We are here to be busy for next 3 days in compassion. Compassion to ourselves, compassion to the whole world, to animals, to everybody. So do that business well, my friend. For next 3 days, be busy in understanding compassion, spreading compassion, and probably today's session is going to tell you a little more about how can you do it. But today onwards, never say I'm not a business person. Just ask the question, what am I busy at? And I'm a business person of what? And hopefully the answer you like yourself. The answer you should like. That I am busy at this and I like it. If you don't like it, change the answer, be busy at something else. Because this is where I'm busy at. So I'm a business person of compassion. Let's go next. And in this room, we all are the entrepreneurs of compassion world for next 3 days for sure. And after that, you choose. You want to be busy in Instagram, Facebook, social media, or you want to be busy in compassion. It's all our choices. We have to choose. Let's go to next. Now, why we need to build a community driven with compassion. These are the few images. Some of you are aware because you are part of this, but some of you are about to become part of this. This is a community, Ubuntuverse, where we are building community with compassion. And these are the few images from few cities. Anybody here who has been already attending these community building or building this? Okay, some of you have been part of this. Thank you so much for bringing compassion. And all of you are going to be part of this, I'm sure, by end of the session. Okay. Now, why we need to build this? Why it's not my responsibility only to build this. We all have to do together this, and that's why you are here, because somewhere in your mind you wanted to build, or you want to be part of a community who is driven with not money, not some politics, not with some non-meaningless agenda for the current world, but with compassion. So why we need to build? We'll understand, but before that, let's go to next and time to do green heart meditation. Okay, this meditation is going to take next 6 to 7 minutes. If possible, you have to use who are next to you. Make sure that your both hands, or at least one hand, is holding somebody else's hand. You have to connect to somebody next to you. Okay, at least one hand connect to somebody else. When we do meditation, there is some transfer going to happen. And if by any chance the hands are not getting, you can put hand on somebody's shoulder or just touch somebody, okay? Because we are creating a circuit right now, and anybody who is breaking the circuit, the transfer will not happen. Okay? So touch someone, somebody's leg, somebody's shoulder, and if possible, a hand. Okay?
Yeah.
Be gentle during meditation. Don't press. I don't want to listen to No, be gentle. Okay? And I'm going to hold your hand. Okay? So this is how we will transfer release. Okay? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. And just a moment. I want my phone. Keep your eyes closed. Close your eyes. Okay? And try to relax all of your body, scanning from the top of your head. So what you have to do is scan from top of your head to down, from your forehead to eyes, and see if there is any tension in any body part. Just release it. Surrender to the gravity. Okay? Just release that tension. Keep releasing it. Keep releasing it. Scan from top till the toe. Okay? Forehead, nose, check your lips, anywhere there should be no tension. Close your eyes and just release your body. Be comfortable, relaxed. And now breathe in, breathe out with calmness, no stress, as many as time you can until I give you the next instruction. And if you are not done with scanning, keep releasing your body, keep being at rest. Keep breathing in, breathing out. Now bring your focus in the center of your heart, chest. It's called heart center, Anahata Chakra. And feel there is a green light coming from there. Very light color green light is coming from there near your heart. The center is called Anahata Chakra, heart center. As you breathe in, the light glows little more. As you breathe out, light goes little dim. The light is going little stronger when you breathe in. When you breathe out, it goes little lower. Green light. Focus on this green light which is in your heart center. This is the light of compassion, kindness. We all hold this in our heart all the time. And now imagine that this light is spreading in your body and the whole body is covered in that light. From the heart it spreads in the whole chest, stomach, your lower body, your head. That whole body is green light. And as you breathe in and breathe out, imagine this light is passing through my hand to your hand, and from your hand to the other hand, and we all are now combining that green light. And slowly, if you see, there's a green light covering all of us in this hut. This whole hut is filled with green light, which we are emitting, everybody of us, and our energies are right now uniting. And we are sitting in this dome of green light. And just feel this compassion. This is a combined compassion of all of us. You feel safe here, you feel loved here, no worries, no fear. We all are accepted as who we are, compassion, kindness. Now slowly imagine this light ball growing and covering whole sadhana forest. Imagine all of us sending this energy ball, and you go and zoom out from top of the head, and whole sadhana forest is covered with green light. Now slowly zoom out and see the whole of the South India is in the green light. Now zoom out a little more, see whole India is covered with the green light. Little more zoom out, whole Asia is covered with the green light. More zoom out and see the whole planet Earth right now. You are in the space, you can see the planet Earth, and whole planet Earth is right now beaming with the green light which we are emitting right now. The light of compassion and kindness. Feel connected to every single plant, every single bird, every single insect, every single human. We all are connecting to every single being in this world. We are connected. This green light from me to a plant, to a bird, to an insect, all connected. Now imagine some animals, millions of animals who are suffering in some cages and not able to receive the green light. You can see them, they are in the cage, they are chained, they are trying to run, but they are not able to receive the green light. So, in your mind, repeat these words while you look at these animals in their eyes. You can choose one animal who you want to say. You can choose a hen, you can choose a dog, you can choose a cow, any one animal or all the animals together. And in their eyes, in your mind, repeat the word number one, the sentence, I am sorry for the suffering you are going through. Then say, please forgive me for the suffering I caused upon you in my past. Because sometimes we all did this. Please forgive me for the suffering I have caused you in the past. The next sentence, I thank you for showing me the path of kindness. Tell these animals, I thank you for showing me the path of kindness. And now tell them last sentence, I love you unconditionally. And see the green light opening the cages, melting the chains. See, your green light is opening the cages, melting the cages. Animals are free, they are running freely, they are so happy. Visualize the world which we are building where no animals have to be caged, no humans have to suffer, animals have to suffer, everybody is getting free. Your green light is healing the world right now. If you are getting a natural smile, let smile. If your tears are coming, let them come. Feel the emotion of the world which we are building together, where everyone is free, living without any fear. Now come back to the green earth, the planet Earth, where the whole green light was covering the whole planet Earth. And slowly zoom out from planet Earth to Asia. Come slowly to the Asia which is still green light. From Asia you come to India, you still see the green light covering India. From India you come to South India, you still see the green light covering South India. From South India you come to Auroville. From Auroville you come to Sadhana Forest. From Sadhana Forest you come to this hut again. And come back to your own body. The green light is again coming back to your heart. Feel this light. This is the light of compassion. Now you are going to open your eyes at the count of 5. When I count to 1, you open your eyes and you rub your hand give the energy to your face, and then I will tell you what to do. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Rub your hands and share that green light, that energy to your face. Feel your body. How was it? Anybody wants to share anything? We can hear 2, 3 people. You can say one word or one sentence. How was it? One word. One word.
Speechless.
Speechless.
Peaceful. It's being recorded.
Peaceful.
Connected.
Connected. Thank you.
One.
There was all over the greenery.
Thank you.
It was one.
One. Just one. Thank you. Wow.
It's a good.
Anybody else? Any other word? Your smiles are already giving me a lot of. There is a extra.
Powerful.
Powerful. Thank you so much. There's an extra piece right now in this. The energy has changed, and we have done it. We have done it in our mind already. We have created the world which we want to create in our mind already. And that's the community power when we share that light to them. And I thank you for surrendering to this meditation. It's a green heart meditation which I specially made for today, for all of you. Because I wanted you to experience this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's all of you. Beautiful. Let's go to the next slide. I think now you are ready for what is next. Thank you, Raj. Stages of humans as per when we talk about veganism. We Raj, who will be doing the next?
I am here.
You're here only.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll call you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Raj?
Okay. So stages of humans as per veganism is concerned. When I was talking to some people here, and we talked to a lot of people. And if you go to next slide, Raj, or anybody can press the next slide there, you can see. Thank you. Yes. This is what we look at right now in the world. In the world, we say there are 2 types of people: vegan and non-vegan. We want them to join us, and they don't want to join us. And the reason is that exactly what is written on the screen. Go to next slide. If you divide people in your language, if you can't divide first and then dream to unite later. We in our words and thoughts talk to the world. There's so many non-vegans. There's somebody was telling you, oh, my friend has come and he's a non-vegan. If you divide in your words itself, your dreams of uniting the world will be only in a dream. Because words are, see, this is how everything in the world right now is a result of somebody thinking. For example, if we talk about the phone, the invention which has changed the world, somebody first thought about it, that a device like this. Then they started writing about it, talking about it. And if they did not talk the right things about it, they will never make into an action. They will never create the phone. The words are the way we create the world, and if the words are broken and dividing, we will fail in the mission of making a vegan world. But we don't know that, because we were thinking, but Abhinav, isn't that the fact? They are non-vegan. See, vegan and non-vegan is a good label for products. I see a product, a chocolate, by seeing the ingredient, I can call it a vegan or non-vegan. I see a cloth, how is it made, I can call it a vegan. Humans are above that level. And I think we don't need to have another label than just one simple label, which is human. That label is enough. The more label we put on top of that, more division. Human, one term, good. And then we have our attributes, we have our philosophies and belief system, but they're not our labels. They don't define who we are. They are just some attributes as per my understanding, as per where I am. I believe into ABCD things. But vegan, non-vegan is not the label to be put on humans. Let's go to next. So what is then? What should we do? If I don't call them vegan, non-vegan, what should we do then? So tell me this, what is the core principle? See, veganism is a term which was coined by, anybody can tell me? Who was the creator of the term vegan? Anybody? Who is the creator of the term vegan? You didn't do your homework? It's not important, but sorry?
He was a foreigner.
Foreigner, that's a good hint.
But
Can you not guess the name?
But India, we can say Gandhiji.
Gandhiji? No, I'm talking about the vegan term.
European or
Donald
somebody in
Watson.
Europe, yes, yes, yes. As per my Donald Watson, thank you so much. Donald Watson is a person who came up with this term because he could not relate to any existing term that time. He was not using animals for his lifestyle, but no existing term were fitting in what he was doing. So he came up with a new term. But this new term is just a new term for defining something which is already there for thousands and thousands of years, which is the core principle of veganism. Tell me what is it?
Ahimsa.
Ahimsa, compassion, yes. The hint was there in the last slide and last slide, yes. What is it? Go to next slide. Already some answers came.
Human.
And you are giving the synonym of the answer. Raj, next slide please. Yes, right, you are right. It is compassion, but for all beings. Not compassion star. We do that. Compassion everybody knows, but with some star. Terms and conditions apply. I will be compassionate to anybody who is already vegan. If you are not, first be vegan. Then I will decide. And we do that, and other people do that. Same for the compassion for the dogs only, not for the other animals. Compassion for cows only, not for other animals. Compassion everybody understands. If you're not understanding compassion, then probably you are not human. That means you are dead or you are alien. Yes.
I have a quick question.
Yes, please.
Can you help me understand the link between compassion and empathy?
Okay. So, right now what I understand is compassion is more about the action driven from empathy. Okay. When I understand you, empathy is when I understand your feelings. The moment I convert into action, it becomes compassion. For me. Okay. Anybody has another way of saying it? Dr. Salesha?
That's correct.
Right? So empathy becomes action, compassion. Okay.
Okay.
Compassion cannot be a feeling. Compassion is an action, as per mine. And empathy is a feeling. Without empathy, compassion cannot come. So empathy is very important. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for asking. Very important question. It made me think. I'm glad I could say something Dr. Salesha agreed upon. Because I really love him, and he has done the work on compassion more than anybody I know. So compassion for all beings, yes or no?
Yes.
Anybody who want to say no?
No.
Who is that? No to no.
No to no.
So yes. Thank you. I needed this laugh. Thank you so much. So yes, compassion for all beings is veganism's core. Not eating. What you eat is not the core of veganism. What you wear is not veganism. It's a compassion for all beings. And this is where we are not able to reach as the whole vegan movement. As per my experience for just last 11 years only. I've been vegan for 11 years. And I've worked with so many people. I had so many conversations on the street, offline, online. We built community. So when I'm talking about my experience, it's just 10,000 people talking one-to-one. But that's a good experience, right? Which I can share with you, right? That most people have forgotten or have never realized that the core of veganism is compassion for all beings. Okay. So now if we do an experiment, let's go to next. Compassion circle is what I'm going to explain to you. But now let's do an experiment. If you want to do an experiment, you can do in your city. Okay. I have done it, so I'm sharing it with you. Take a mic, or take these days, a lot of people on the street making videos and content. So why don't you try this content? Go on a street and ask everybody just one question. Are you compassionate or not? What do you guess? Out of 100 people, How many people will say yes?
100.
100.
All 100.
I will say worst condition 90. Okay? Because I will give the 10% people who are right now coming from an experience of fighting with their wife or with their boss or losing some money or some in a situation where they are not right now feeling compassionate right now. Okay, and they may say right now no. But you meet them next day when their mood is good, they had a good breakfast, they will again say compassion. Right? So you are right, but I'm saying 90% people correct and 10% people at different time. But ultimately, if you do this experiment, everybody will say compassionate. And now the next question is going to be tricky one to them. You ask them, how do you be compassionate? What is the way of you being compassionate? What do you do for that? If you are compassionate, it is action, right? It's not feeling. So what do you do? So some of them will say, well, I take care of my parents. I'm compassionate to them. Somebody will say, well, I am taking care of a dog in my family. I rescued one dog and he was in a worse situation and I'm taking care of him. Somebody will say, I rescued this animal. Somebody will say, I feed this dog. Somebody will say, I rescue snakes. Somebody will say, I take care of my friends. I always help my friends. They will give you some answer in the way they are compassionate. So if veganism, go to next. If the veganism, the core of the veganism is compassion for all beings, non-veganism will be non-compassion for all beings, means they are not at all compassionate. So we are calling them non-compassionate, but they are not. They are compassionate to a smaller circle for their near and dear ones only. Compassion exists, but for smaller circles. So how can we call it non-compassionate or non-vegan if the vegan is compassionate? We cannot. It's a really wrong term to label them. It doesn't make sense. But we do that because we don't think about it. It's a label given by somebody else and we just use it. But that has an impact. We'll learn about that. So I have a new term for this. Go to next. I call them beautifully pre-vegan. They are on a stage just before where we reached now, where we all were pre-vegans. We were not non-vegan. If you were a non-vegan, you will never come here. Non-compassionate people cannot find sadhana forest on Google Maps. Cannot. If you have found it, you are a pre-vegan, and everybody can find it because everybody is a pre-vegan. Everybody is compassionate to someone. They are just not aware that their circle is smaller because this is what they have been taught by their society and family and the way they bring. They are not aware that there is a bigger circle. But our job is, because we have come from here to the next level. Let's go to next level. The next level is everybody in their life hits a moment where we see something, we hear something, and your compassion circle starts growing beyond that family. Okay? Beyond from that one dog. Let's ask 1 or 2%. Can you tell me what was that moment when you decided to become a pro-vegan? When you started caring for others than your family? Anybody want to guess? Give one incident when that happened. You saw a video, somebody talked to you.
Seen a video of slaughtering a cow.
You saw a video of slaughtering a cow, and then you decided that now I'm going to not be part of it. Right? Thank you. Yes.
Maa ka doodh.
Maa ka doodh you saw,
Yes.
right? And then you realized, and you were shocked, right?
Yeah.
I was
Very
part
much.
of this. I was not non-compassionate, but I was not aware, right? Anyone? One more example? Anybody?
Earthlings. I saw a dead calf on the street.
You saw a dead calf on the street? Yes. And earthlings?
Earthlings.
Yes. Everybody in your mind right now, you already know the moment. Just hold that moment, okay? Everybody in their life gets a moment when you are ready to see the bigger picture. That compassion cannot be smaller, but it goes to beyond your family and close ones. And at that moment, you are not a vegan. You are, go to next.
Pro-vegan.
Spoiler alert! they have gone through this presentation. They are called pro-vegan because now, very consciously, they are looking for the truth because they got a shock. Now they don't believe anything what they knew, but they also don't know what is the truth because it is a shocking moment for them that somebody told me this for whole life and I did not think about it. They have self-doubt, they don't like their family and religion and parents and everybody because they lied to you, and you are in a zone where you are figuring out, if not this, then what is the truth? No milk, no calcium, milk is not vegetarian. I mean, this is shocking. It shatters your reality. And people go in depressions. Literally. Because somebody who's been 20, 30, 40, 50 years, the older you are and the later you hit the reality, your whole past life is like invalid. I was sent to such a best school in this whole my society. I came first into so many competition. I have so many medals on my home and this a job and that job, and I couldn't understand that the milk is for a calf and not for me. I'm a topper of my class. Seriously, you disconnect to yourself. And that moment, you don't need somebody telling you about, oh, you have to go vegan tonight. Why are you still? You need more love and hugs and energy that time, because right now you're going through a transformation which needs more compassion, self-compassion first of all. That you need to first of all stop criticizing yourself, because you just didn't know. How can you get shout on yourself for something you did not know? So you're a pro-vegan, means you are now proactively understanding the truth, and then now you are like, what documentary I can watch? Who can I talk? Is there anybody vegan? I became vegan in 2015 and I thought I'm an alien. I thought I'm the only vegan in the whole city. I'm walking on the street little like alien. Nobody vegan. And then after 7 days, somewhere in Facebook, I found a vegan Bangalore group. Is Manisha here? No. So the first vegan friend I made, I was lucky to meet her here. Manisha, she is also on another session.
That's her tripod.
Right. Oh, that's her tripod. Thank you. The first vegan friend I met her, I'm like, ah! Finally, I'm not alien. One more person. Okay. And that gave me confidence, because I was literally doubting, is it something wrong with me? Why I'm the only one now thinking like this? So all that. So you are a pro-vegan, and now you're proactively looking for community, for solutions, for answers, watching documentary, and getting to know something which is very heavy for you to process alone. If you're alone and watching the documentaries all night, you are spoiling your mental peace and everything. I know you're looking for truth, but that's not the best way to look for truth. We need to find it together. We need to hold the space together. We need to realize and also be kind. So you're a pro-vegan, okay? And then, see, everybody is in different stage. Somebody is going to fight with their husband. Husband will fight with wife. Husband is going vegan. Wife will fight with husband. If you are a child, you will fight with your parents. That I'm not going to eat tomorrow onwards, whatever you're giving me. Maybe mother will start changing the kitchen, and everybody is saying, but I want the same curry and vegan raita and curd rice. Why you're not making? You will have struggles, but you will figure out. Let me figure out the recipe. You will have your own way of finding solution, and I promise you, if I give you right now a chance, which will take the whole day, everybody stand up and tell how did you become vegan, you will have a different story than other person.
Yes.
In this room, not a single person who will tell me that my story is copy paste of this story. Means 8 billion humans are already pre-vegan, and they are becoming pro-vegan because of some truth is happening to them. And our job as vegan or pro-vegan, wherever you are right now, because if you are in this sadhana forest, you are already pro-vegan. You may not be vegan yet, but you are already pro-vegan, because that other people cannot find the Google map, right? You have found the Google map, that's a category for pro-vegan. So you are a pro-vegan, okay, or a vegan. And then third stage comes. The third stage is where you have finally figured out all the hacks to be vegan. Not compromising. Your parents have understood, or your wife has understood, or your children have understood, or your friends have understood, and now on your birthday party they will give you a vegan cake. You have finally figured out how to be vegan. It took me so much time to teach them compassion, and now I lost more friends than ever, but I have new friends, maybe, like these are new friends here. But finally you reach to a stage where you actually become compassionate for all beings. But there's a small glitch here. You don't reach here. You still reach to compassion for animals only. How many of you heard this joke, which is actually a very factual joke? I became vegan for love, but now I hate everyone. Can relate?
Yes, 100%.
But now this is where it's tricky. If you are hating even single person in this world, you are not yet vegan. Including yourself, your family. Because veganism has no terms and conditions on compassion. Veganism is not that I stopped eating all the animals, no buy leather, and now I'm vegan. You are a pro-vegan. You are still transforming. to a vegan. Vegan person who now lives with this no star, but everybody is a star. Everybody deserves compassion, and I give compassion to everyone equally. And we all are in that stage. Okay, it's not easy. It's not easy with the world we are living in, with the kind of criticism we receive, with the kind of struggles we have. It's not easy. I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm telling you the journey of every human in this planet. Everybody is here right now. You all are here right now, and you are reaching here. I don't know if you have reached or not. It took me around. I became vegan to the 15, but I think compassion for all beings I understood after 6-7 years only. I also hated everyone for the first 5 years by the way. I was there. I love, but I hate everyone. So 5 years, 10 years, 5 years minimum took me for being vegan. So let's go to next. The vegan means when you are compassion for all beings, and we are on the journey. Your journey, you own it. Anybody putting finger, complaint, criticism on you, nobody can. Nobody should touch that journey. And you should not touch anybody else's journey also. What we can hold, the meditation was all about that we can hold that green compassion energy. By the way, you realize I told green light coming here? So anybody who knows the 7 chakras in the body, and whenever we talk about love, we use the heart and we make it red or pink, right? But actually, energy-wise, it's green. In the chakras, this part is the light green color. So the same color, like this one. So the green energy which is inside us, which is growing right now, we have to combine that energy with everybody in this world and be vegan, where we truly, not in our feelings, in our action, compassion for all beings. Let's go to next. So these are the stages of humans. Now, how many of you today onwards will not use vegan, non-vegan? So a lot of you are going to use still vegan, non-vegan term to define humans. So question is, how many of you are going to use pre-vegan, pro-vegan, vegan term today onwards? And if you are still not using, next session. Again. Next sadhana forest, again I agree. Because it takes time. I agree to it. It is good because today what I told you was also a new thing. How many of you found it like first time? You have been vegan for 10 years, but first time hearing this point of view, right? It took me 5 years to see this point of view. And today I'm just putting the seed inside you. You have hated humans too long. And I don't want to expect that today in 1 hour everything will heal. I know, it takes time. But if you don't heal it, have you heard this very beautiful, powerful quote of Buddha? That when you hold anger for somebody else, listen to this. When you hold anger for somebody else, it's like drinking poison and expecting somebody else will die. Listen to this again. This will heal you. When you hold anger for somebody else, it's like drinking poison and expecting somebody else will die. Your anger is killing you, and you are a precious warrior, veganer of this world. If you don't take care of yourself, if you don't rise from the compassion, we will lose. We all need to be together in this. Next. Ah! Well, where do they fit? Anti-vegan. How many of you know one anti-vegan at least? I know at least 5. Okay, where do they fit? So here is a funny thing, okay? And I'm not blaming, but I'm just telling you something which is again an experience. So based on my experience, every anti-vegan in the world is a result of bad activism done to that person. Agree?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Do you think any anti-vegan who will wake up today morning and say, I'm going to be anti-vegan, I'm going to stop vegans? Nobody has this time for us. But something happened yesterday. Wrong place, wrong timing, wrong approach, and now they have another mission of their life. I will stop veganism also. Apart from all the jobs and responsibilities I have for my family, one more job. Stop vegans. And who created them? We. By doing unknowingly poor activism. It's not your mistake, because you did not know that I was calling them non-vegan and I'm dividing and putting the wall and then expecting them to jump from that side, which cannot happen. So it was not a mistake today. That's why we are meeting here, and hopefully we will now never create a wall. So next screen, anti-vegans do not fit anywhere. They are the glitches. You know, see glitches. The glitches happen because of something wrong happened at the wrong timing. Give them compassion also, but let's not miss the bigger point, and we must stop creating more of them and create more of pro-vegans. The more pro-vegans, this is something which is also very, very important, which I realized is, in our mind, our goal is everybody go vegan. How many people have that goal? Everybody should go vegan right now. Of course, why not? That's what we want. We just dreamt in the meditation, right? We want that. But the goal, vision, and then the journey, right? You have a vision. Everybody has a vision, a big house and a big car and big Euro trip. But that happens in what you do today for that. And that vision will not come true if today we are creating anti-vegan, but we want whole world to become vegan. So we have to create pro-vegan. Never have a goal of making a vegan, because we ourselves are not being vegan. Compassion for all beings. Our own journey is not completed. How can we take care of somebody else's journey? You to be vegan. Are you vegan? Are you compassion for all beings? Once your journey is completed, yes, then you have the certificate to initiate. But the journey will never complete. It's a lifelong journey. What we can do is we can accelerate somebody's transformation from pre to pro. Like how the incident happened to some of you, watched Maa Ka Doodh, saw a calf dead, saw Earthling. Let's try that more people can see these things earlier as possible, so that they get the trigger and they start walking from pre to pro vegan. And then support them with the community so that they can take the journey faster. Because see, their family is going to give them anyways a lot of tough time because of their deciding to not eat A, B, C, D things they were eating. And we create tougher time to them that we say, you only come to activism when you're vegan. Don't come here. Many people do not allow in activism somebody who is still not vegan. So in the family they have challenge. The new family they are trying to figure out there is also challenge. Where will they go? Where will they go? They will be depression, and they will be having understanding that I don't know. These people don't accept me. I'm trying to become like them, and they criticize me that, oh, you're still drinking your coffee, bro. Only curd rice living will not work. You have to leave coffee also. Somebody. So I'm going to give you a tip which I do with a lot of pre-vegans, because when we talk with pre-vegans, and if you have literally intention of making somebody pro-vegan, it's going to be easy for you, because you know when you want somebody to go vegan, it's a very massive uphill task, and if you take a massive uphill task, it's going to be more and more difficult. But making somebody pro-vegan who is now going to take small baby steps every single day to be better vegan is easier. Okay, and I give you a tip here. If anybody who shows you sign, you go on a bus, somebody is sitting next to you, some talk happened, and now person is showing sign. That's interesting. I never knew that. And that moment, there are two ways. You tell them, so are you going vegan, bro, right now? Jump from the door, jump from the window. Cannot. But how about you say, so, okay, brother, I appreciate that you are understanding this thing. I took so many years. Why don't you do this thing? You make a list of all the things you love which comes from animals, like food or whatever, okay? For example, somebody, okay, tell me 3-4 people, what was your favorite food which was coming from animal? Curd,
Lassi.
Lassi, sweets. Which sweets? Because sweets is also vegan sweet. Which sweet? Malai?
Rasmalai.
Moong dal ka halwa? Ice cream?
Sponge rasgulla.
Sponge rasgulla? Thank you. Shrikhand?
Rasmalai.
Chai what? Oh, ban maska. Chai ban maska.
Gulab jamun.
Cheese. Yes. Gulab jamun. Me also. Gulab jamun gave me 3 months of extra self-life as a pre-vegan. I became vegan except gulab jamun. 3 months it took me, because there's a funny incident from my childhood. I was gulab jamun's fan maybe my dream was to live in a land where everything is made with gulab jamun. I can eat the wall and a gulab jamun bite will come. That was my dream. And my maternal uncle, my mama, used to, every time he used to come and bring gulab jamun for me. So he was my favorite. One day I think he was going through some stress or some tension in his life. He came to home without gulab jamun. And I was like, close the door, don't let him enter. No gulab jamun, he's not my mama. And I'm 7, 8 years old. I'm doing all the drama on the floor. You know? And then my mama became angry. He said, stop your drama. You leave me gulab jamun. You eat green chili. The number of green chilies you will eat, I will give you double amount of gulab jamun. And I ate green chilies. 4, 5 green chilies. I'm crying. Gulab jamun. I could only eat one gulab jamun after that. After that torture. That's who I was. And you can relate. We have sitting people like here who have done something like that. Okay? And when I was going vegan, gulab jamun. And this time no green chili. This was maka doodh and all this I had to see to detox myself from gulab jamun. It took me 3 months to detox gulab jamun from my system. Literally, I mean, I was seeing gulab jamun and there are 2 minds going on. Eat it. But if you eat it, you are supporting a calf separation from the mother cow. And the both thoughts are fighting. And some days this one was winning, some days that one was winning. 3 months. And because of no support of community, because I was alone, it took 3 months. If I would have met more people then, and you know, some recipe sharing or eat some Mysore pak or some, you know, Vijay Sweets Mysore pak. Options were there, but nobody was supporting me. I was all alone. So, make people more pro-vegans. And this is what I tell them. So make a list of all the things you love in the order of the most favorite to the least favorite. Okay. So if you make the list, somebody will write from cheese and then curd, and somebody will have the curd first, and somebody will have the coffee first. So you will have the top thing in your list first, and then reduction of in the lower addiction in the series. Okay. And then I propose them this. So if you already agree some points of being vegan, why don't you leave everything other than the top 3 things in the list? Top 3 things in the list are your emotional addiction. If I ask you to leave that, I am making you not leave the rest, which is 70-80% of your consumption, which will be left by like this in a day or in a week. But because now I am forcing you to leave the first thing in your list, I am not even pushing you to leave other things. How about we tell people to win 10% a day? 10%, last 2 things leave this week, then this week. And by end of the month, they will be so stronger because they have already won 70% in the list. Sorry?
Light
Power.
No problem. That's why no mic. Already won that 70% of the list. They will be so confident that now I think I can leave my cheese also. Now I think I can leave my curd also. Now I think I can leave my coffee also. It takes some time. Let's go to next. I'll talk. I can see the slide. Let's go to next. Anyways, so how to create more pro-vegans? How to create more pro-vegans is by building communities. Let's go to next. The question says how to create more pro-vegans. Okay. So the slide, today's topic was that we are building communities driven with compassion, and that's the solution. Because there's no problem in awareness also. These days, all the documentaries and videos are there everywhere. There's no problem with awareness. Why people are still not able to change to that side? Because they are alone in the journey. If we build community, if we allow them to come and meet people who had the gulab jamun, like when I tell gulab jamun struggle, more people convert to pro-vegan, knowing that, okay, so I can also have similar struggle and change, because I was thinking I have to do it overnight. I was told to change right now, and I'm not able to change it, so let better not to change it. Your stories can melt somebody else's, the blockheads on the journey. Let's go to next. Wait.
Community.
Oh yes, thank you. Light, thank you so much. So what is community? Let's go to back once. Did this see this slide? This one, yeah. Okay, be here.
Cool.
Yeah. Here. So, in order to create more pro-vegans, awareness is of course the key. But awareness is not a big problem right now. The bigger problem is no community who supports the awareness. Now, if you go on the street and you ask how many people have not known the term vegan, they know Virat Kohli, this vegan. I know vegan people don't eat milk. The awareness is not a problem, but the fear of me being vegan and next day I don't get entry in my own home and nobody else will also accept me is the real fear, which is stopping people to change. That if I go vegan, there's a storm in my family. Where will I go? There's no community I know. So we have to build community, and let's go to next. What is community? I define the community, which if you already saw the slide, let's put that again. For me, community term itself is a full definition when like-hearted people come in unity. Say with me. They form community. Community term itself is a definition of community. Come in
Unity.
But also there's a tricky term called like-hearted. How many of you heard the first time the like-hearted? Like-minded, you heard? Like-hearted? First time, no? See, mind works more on logics, more on profit and gain, what it can gain, logic. But heart works on compassion. That's why the Anahata Chakra. Community builds when there's a heart, like-hearted. Otherwise, it's a business community. There are business communities, and they are more business clubs who are meeting and sharing, networking and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about literally the compassion driven, where we hold the space for the humans first, because we are right now in this room, and from there the green heart grows and holds the space for everybody else. And that is what we have to build, and that is what everybody has to build here. But let's see if you can build or you can be part of it. Let's go to next. So give me an example of community you already know.
Sadhana Forest.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Ubuntu.
Thank you. Any other person community? No. You already part of. You know what about Satvik movement? Sharan India. Yes.
Sharan.
EFH.
Eat fruits and heal.
Yes. And
Sampurna Ahara. PFA.
People for animals. Thank you.
World Vegan Vision.
World Vegan Vision.
Savera.
Savera. Oh, I'm hearing first time. Where is that community?
It's in Bangalore.
Bangalore only. Thank you.
Ahimsa
Ahimsa Ahara.
Shankar
Huh? Shankar Narayan. Yes. Shankar Narayan. So many communities already exist, but 8 billion people and only handful of communities, how can they fit? So we need to build more communities. But thank you, I already got the answer. Right now, if you go to next, we are right now sitting in a live example of Sadhana Forest as a community. We are here, and Sadhana Forest, when you listen to Aviram, you know he is only building a compassion-driven community. That's the word for him, right? The compassion-driven. Everything what they are doing in this Sadhana Forest, that's why they have not stopped anybody on the gate asking, are you vegan or not? Everybody is welcome. Nobody is asked on the food table. Vegans get little extra, and if you're not vegan, please take little less rice. Nobody's asking them. They see human. They see people who are in a journey, and they see people coming here to find the better answers or community. And we are here in Sadhana Forest. But we need to build many communities. Let's go to next. That's it for today. So will you build or be part of the community? So will you build it or will you be part of it? Build or part? You can build or you can part or you can be both. Okay? You can build community on any concept. Food, tech, dance, fitness, anything, whichever your skill, passion calls for. But without the community, we will never be able to create the world which we want, a compassionate world. Thank you so much. I don't know if I have time or any questions. Anybody want to say any words, any thoughts? I will be, maybe we have 2 minutes.
Yep.
Yes.